Alright, good afternoon. I'm just going to show you some things I got in Happy Mail and Hobby Lobby, and then maybe work on a project. So, Carol TMT Magical Touch had an art auction. So, I got this little 5x7 canvas, or 3x5, with a bee. Too cute. And then I got a heron, which I need to frame. And I got a surprise one for Dot that is on its way to England. And then she sent some arty papers that are too cool. So this one looks like some inks, maybe watercolors, but I'm guessing inks. And then this looks like some watercolor magicals with some stamping. And looks like maybe magicals or watercolors just blended. More watercolors, and then there's some ghosting of a stencil on there for sure. Same thing. Looks like watercolors with the stencil. This one I thought was super cool. It almost looks like a very abstract landscape. This one I'm just going to frame as it is. I wish she had signed it. I just think it's so cool. If it were matted, I think it'll be really neat. Stamped with some text and some black, and it looks like watercolor. Paints or watercolors. This feels more like acrylics with some stencil and stamping, that kind of stuff. Again, looks like maybe watercolor. Almost looks like an abstract, like a bird or a flower. Piece of deli paper with some paint. More deli. I like this piece. I like that a lot. That'll be cool on something. In fact, that might go on today's. Another piece of paper. I like that too. And this looks like watercolor on paper. So that was what I got from Carol. And she, like I said, she just sent me a bunch of papers. Okay, so I got my order from Cherry on Top. And I got the Essence set, which I know people have already shown. And it's got really pretty, it's got some really good, it's got a light teal and a dark teal. And then kind of a blue-green here. It's got some good browns. Namaste is a nice gold looking gold. Another gray color, which I don't have a lot of grays. So it's a great landscape set. There's also the woodland one. So the only ones, and I have the Odyssey on the way, but it's not here yet. So the complexion and the woodlands are the only two that I don't have besides the classics, I think. So I have all of those. Hi, Joan. Hi, Galena. Hi, Fiona. Hi, Dot. Dot, I expect your package will get there this week. Joan, I'm not sure. Yours might take a little longer because it was a bigger envelope. I also got the grunge paste from Paper Artsy that I'm going to use today in the project. And I'm going to try to do what I saw Mary Beth Shaw do. She did it with oxides, but I don't have any oxide ink pads. So I thought I'd either use the Magicals or the Delusions. So we'll use that in a minute. Alright, so Hobby Lobby. I went to 2 Hobby Lobbies. The first Hobby Lobby, I didn't get a lot. I got some drawing paper, and it's 9x12. It's not as heavy as a watercolor, but it's very smooth. Normally $11, it was $2.75. And then I got some Dilutions and some of the glitter inks. I got the 2 glitter inks. This one is like a raw umber, and this one is a green color. They were 99 cents. And then I got Dinah Wakely, the turquoise and the gilt, which I'm assuming is kind of her gold or a bronze color. And the regular one was $1.50, marked down from $6, and the metallic one was $7, marked down to $1.75. And I got the Delusions. I didn't get all of them on the first trip. I got 3 of them, but I ended up getting the cherry pie, the London blue, the vibrant turquoise, the crushed grape, fresh lime, funky fuchsia, the black, and the white. Like I said, I got 3 at that Hobby Lobby, and they were half off. They were $2.50 for a set of 2. And that was all I got at the first Hobby Lobby. So then I decided no pit pins at all, no sets at all. So then I decided to go, and I saw some of the stuff that Colleen had marked down, but it wasn't marked down at my Hobby Lobby. So I decided to go to the one in Burleson, which is the little town on the other side of where we live. And there, I actually hit the mother lode. So this is what I ended up getting. The one more set of Dilution sprays, 3 packages of the watercolor markers that are similar to the mermaid markers. They're in this package, and so there's like this package is a pink, a purple, and a blue. So I've got kind of an orange and a yellow, a blue, a purple, a red, 2 colors of red, 2 colors of green, and a turquoise is what I ended up with. And it looks like these greens are different, slightly different. And that's all they had. Then I got one of the silicone brushes. I thought I'd try using that for some of my glue. I might try using that with the grunge paste today to put that on. And I went ahead and took all the rings off those and got them set up. I threw all the packaging away because now I got to figure out where all this goes. Alright, so this peacock feather was $2.99 with 75-cent stencil. Prima $4.99 was $1.25. Kind of a fleur-de-lis. Sheena Douglas. I've never heard of these stencils, but it's kind of half of a tree. And it's normally $7, and it was $1.75. Hero Arts, normally $7, $1.75. That's a lot of money for a little stencil like that. Birch Trees by the Crafters Workshop, normally $6, got it for $1.50. Normally $6, $1.50. The text, which I don't think I have. I have a stamp that's some text, but I don't think I have a lot of stencil with text. I have the mask of this that's big, so to find the little tree, I love it. $6 for $1.50, and it's a Crafter's Workshop. Like I said, I need the big 12. I need the big one in the stencil. Then I got this stamp and stencil set from Delusions. It's normally $16. I paid $4. So it's all these little flowers, and I don't really have anything like that. And then the stencil is leaves. It was more the stamps. And then this was Dinah Wakely butterflies. Ange would die for this. There's 2 butterflies, a bee, and some quotes. And then there's a stencil that looks like seed pods or wings. So that was the stencils. But this is where I spent the most. 500 milliliters of paint, normally $7, $1.75 in a flip top. So it's super easy to get it out. So I ended up getting 14 of these. So teal, marine green. Let me lay them down, you can see the colors a little better. Thank you for all the birthday wishes. Ocean green, 2 white, a brown, a crimson red, a light green, an orange, a black, that's the other white, a dioxine purple, a dark turquoise color, a blue, kind of like an ultramarine blue, and a chrome oxide green. So there's 14 in all. Like, they are not, where were they? Their paints and stuff are weird. They're not with the craft paints, and they're not on the row. They were in a separate place, and they had them in these jars, and they had them in the regular tubes like this. It's Fine Touch, which I think is their brand. I think that's Hobby Lobby's brand. As far as how, it doesn't say on the label if they're opaque or not. Like, I didn't get the yellow because so often yellow isn't opaque. I was trying to get things that I would use in a pour. So there were 2 reds. I only got 1 of the reds. There were 3 blues, but the blues were so similar. There was a lavender. I didn't get lavender. I probably should have. There was a yellow. The lavender, the yellow, 2 blues. I think that's it. I think there were only 4 colors I didn't get that they had. Now, my Hobby Lobby did not have these marked down, but Burleson had them marked down. So, for pouring though, that's like, I mean, we pay $1 something for one of these. And that's 59 milliliters of paint. And this was 500 milliliters. So, I mean, that's why the pouring people are going gaga over the... But they weren't marked down in mine, so... I added everything up. If I had bought everything at regular price, it would have been $297 before tax. I spent $74.25 before tax, so I saved $223. I saved 75% in, you know, if you just took everything at a flat average. All right. I don't even know where I'm putting all this stuff. Let me put the paint over here. I mean, I have more paint than I have canvases. Next trip needs to be to get canvases. What I want to do is I've primed this with just some Americano light buttermilk acrylic, just to put I missed a spot there, just to put a light coat on it and to give it some tooth. I'm going to use the grunge paste on it in just a few minutes. I'm thinking about putting some paper on it before I do this, just for some interest. So let me grab a couple packs. Bless you, honey. Okay. I want to kind of keep it tone on tone. Maybe that. That's got a... That might be better because it doesn't have the... Some of this has a texture to it. Okay. Now I'm going to check. I'm going to use that one. I'm leaning towards that right there. But I want to check this pad real quick. Kind of like this. I'm not sure I want that. So I think I'll take this and use just a part of this. So I just want to, maybe a little there. Save that. Alright, so let's put this on there. Making sure that the recording is recording. Hi, Teresa and Picola. Oh, and then I'll show you the canvases the kids and I poured at school. I need to figure out what to do with them at some point. Okay. Like I said, I don't want to put a whole bunch of gel medium on the top right now. I just want to get that paper down. Okay, so what I'm going to do is take polished stencil and a stencil that I cut. Let's see, I'm gonna move it. I think I want to flip this. I'm just trying to get more boxes than I have with just one of the stencils. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is take the grunge paste. Now she had already put it on, so I will say it's a little thicker than I expected it to be. But she may have, there may be different, I think there's different weights of it, but this doesn't say. It's like a modeling paste is the way it feels. But it's very sticky. And I'm going to not worry about it if there's bare spots in some places. Like, I'm going to go with the grunge of it. Sorry, I'm focusing. No, you don't need to narrate. Thank you, though.
Okay.
Bob was offering to help.
Debbie Oaks began her career as a young artist in Nebraska.
Stop.
Okay,
Definitely would say wash your stencils when you're done. Okay, let's pull that there. I had a different stencil out. Alright, let's let that dry. Very, like I said, there might be one that's considered a light. That was a little hard to put on, I think. Not, I think, I know, or in my opinion. She didn't show putting it on. Hi, Josie. Okay. So that needs to dry. So let's set that to the side to dry real quick. Let it sit there for a few minutes before we mess with it. We might have to put the heat gun on it. And let me put the stencil, let me wash the stencil real quick. Okay. So here's what the kids and I did. I took to school white, a gold with a yellow, green, red, blue. That's all I took. So each class I did a little bit, some different combinations. So here's what this one ended up being the best as far as cells and composition. This one has a lot of cells, but it's very busy. The green was metallic and the gold was metallic, so I did get some pinholes. Not too bad. And this one looks like it's yellowed, but it's actually just that bit of yellow paint in there. This one, like I said, I don't know what I'm going to do with some of these. I haven't made up my mind. And then this was the last one. So those were those. They need to be cleaned. The kids had a good time. Here's the two that we poured with the leftover paint. And I had something happen that I've never had happen before on the pours. Joan, have you seen this before? Somebody posted it today, the same thing. Can you see there's a circle, it's where the cup was. It's like blistered right in here. I think it was the last spray in the cup from the silicone. And so it's weird. I've never had it do that before. But it's a very obvious circle. So it kind of interferes, because I really liked how it turned out. It kind of interferes what I do with the pour almost. So I'm thinking about a peacock on here. And Like I said, I don't know what. And then this one had the same thing, but it was lumpy paint. But it's just like texture. It's not in one place. But somebody was saying on the internet they thought it was like the silicone blistering. Hi, Kathy. Hi, Chris. D. So I'll have to decide what I'm doing to those two. Now the question is on this, I am going to do an angel pour on this. I got an angel canvas that I have commissioned, but I need to play around. So I think I'm going to try to do like a blues and then collage the angel on top. All right. Like I said, I don't know how long this is going to take to dry. I want to mess with it. So let's turn on the heat gun real quick. I should have done this off camera. It actually feels fairly dry. I'm not going to push on it or rub on it, so I think we'll be okay. Um, like I said, she used stamp pads on it and water. I don't want to use the Delusions because I want it to be permanent. I don't know what I'm going to put on top of it yet. So the thought was to use the Magicals. Let's get some paper underneath that can just absorb. Some of the runoff. Let me get another piece of matte paper. That way, as it pools and we want to dump stuff off, we'll have something to kind of absorb it. I want to keep it soft. Okay. Ramblin' Rose. Cattail Copper Brown. Let's start with some of those. because they won't make mud, and then we'll dry it. I'm going to do it in layers and dry it. I was going to go to Tuesday morning when I went to Burleson because where the Hobby Lobby is in this little town in that shopping center is Tuesday morning, Hobby Lobby, and Big Lots. But then when I bought all that stuff in Hobby Lobby, I was like, no, you just need to get in the car and go home. Plus, I was late for the get together we had today with some friends. I told them it was an art emergency. They just had to understand. I don't think they got it, but okay. I'm just gonna. This is the Ramblin' Rose. Keep that more towards. And then this is some of the copper. Okay. It's kind of a coppery brown. Okay, and I'm gonna get. Sometimes when that splits, I like it, and sometimes I don't. Okay, so let's move it around a little. All right, let's dry that layer. And we'll get rid of the pink. It won't be as dominant. Okay, and I like to chase, like make water marks and get it to evaporate into puddles too with the Lindy's. Okay. Go ahead and let that. I'm going to flip it and just blot it. I don't have any paper towels. I just want to get some of the. Okay. I'm a little surprised that the paste didn't take the color more. There's some good shimmer here. This is too pink. So let's get, I'm thinking I'm going to go with the teals. Tainted Love. A little hydrangea. I love that color. Another teal. All right, hon. Have a good time. Maybe throw some green in there. Okay, let's put a little brown before we do this. This is Mission Bell Brown. And let it run. Okay, that's a little darker. I like that. Took away that pink. All right. Okay. Again, let's go ahead and kind of blot that. I don't know how it's gonna get rid of the browns and the blues. Now let's try. Green in that area. I'm just going to mix two greens. those. Let's get some of the blue. This is the hydrangea blue. And I think I'm going to use this teal. I'm trying to get some splats into this. Use the brush to get the sides. I will say that it's not really sticking to the paper like I thought it would. Okay, really like this. Trying to dry it from Okay, so let's take, I don't want to flip it. What I want to do is get that kind of in the middle. The paper grungy stuff didn't really take the magicals like I thought it would, to be honest. Um, there is some good shimmer in there. It didn't absorb it. The canvas really didn't absorb it. A lot went up into the paper. Let me put those up. Let's see where we want to take it next. Okay. Trying to soak up. You know what I inadvertently feel like I've created? This reminds me of the coast of Texas. You know it? And the ocean. Okay, the question is, do I want to use any of this? Let me see what the water is going to do to this paper. It's going to go clear. I like it, but I don't think... I think all I see now is a lighthouse. And there's some real pretty shimmer in here, because I don't have magicals that are flat. All my magicals have shimmer. And it's gummy here, like I've worked it to the point where it's gotten kind of gummy. It needs to dry. Let's set it to the side real quick. Let's look at this right here. I'll let that all dry. Use it another day. Okay, we need a moon. Those will work for the moon. And then what? This right here will be perfect. Okay, that'll be the lighthouse. Yeah, it looks like the Texas coast. So, let's... There's a silvery moon. Or there's that. I don't know which one we want to use. One is kind of a reddish bronze color, and the other one is a silver. Should we go with more of a traditional silver? Because I'm going to enhance it with paint anyways. I think that's too much daytime. Okay. Some glue on that. Okay. The moon over here. Go ahead and put a coat of gel medium on all of this. At least all the paper's covered. Poke a little hole right here. Get some gel medium down where that paper wants to pull up in a couple places. Okay. Done with it. All right, I'm gonna dry this real quick. And let's find the silver piece. Okay. So what I'm going to do is just take some silver. I'm going to take the heat gun. Sorry, so much. And I'm going to blister. All right, we'll let that cool down. What that does is it just sort of gives that texture to the moon. Okay, I think there's enough dry on here. Alright, I'm going to come in with some of the black. Still a little tacky. That gives me a base. We'll add a little of this too, maybe. Okay. How about that? Okay. So I don't like that, so I just wipe it off. We'll try again here. Okay, so that gives an illusion of the top of the lighthouse. Okay, I think I'm gonna use some turquoise. Even, I mean, they're not turquoise, but I'm trying to get that almost like a copper patina. Now, if one of you find the pit pins, Seth, let me know. I'll buy it from you and pay for postage. If you see more than one or something and you're not interested in it. Alright, let's go. I'm going to turn it just so I can get on that edge. Come in with a little bit of a brown. Okay. Bye, Grammy. Thanks for stopping by. Hi, Dar. Hi, Tinker. Thanks, Joan. Okay, let's see if we can't get a little blue up in here. Okay, I don't like it this top. It's too dark for my liking. Let's get a brighter blue and try a blue. Because I don't want to lose the light that I have from the yellow. I like that a little better with the blue. It's not as dark. Then I'm going to come in with a skinnier black. Around the edge. Okay. And I'm going to come with black right here, and then a little bit of the turquoise underneath it. Okay. She's at a Japanese steakhouse, Angie is. Well, I wish I was at a Japanese steakhouse. Okay, there's some. Let's see. We want to put a little bit of a. Like there's a light on it. Okay, so I'm pretty pleased with the lighthouse. I want to add some brown down here because it just needs to be anchored just a little bit. Okay, I think I want to bring some of this color over in here too. Okay, so now I need to do the moon. I think it's dried enough. Okay, clean up around the edges here. I think I'm done, other than signing it. Um, I should have got a white pink pen when I was over there today. It's black. It's black. There it is. Okay, I think I'll just sign it. It's right here. In white. This needs more. I think that's pretty good. Okay, so a little harder to spread than I thought it would be. If you had a thicker stencil, it would be better. I would definitely do it and then maybe let it dry overnight because I did push it, I think. The Lindy's kind of resisted off it. It didn't absorb it like I thought it would. Like it didn't absorb the color like I thought it would on the Magicals. So it might be something to try. Like I said, she used it with the ink pads and she was using the oxides and water and got a really pretty watercolor look. I'm pleased with the look I got. There's texture, and I think in the end it's not where I thought I was going, but I'm happy with it. I'll put some next time on some paper and let it dry, and then we'll play with it maybe with the Delusion sprays. But I like the but it's modeling paste basically. I thought it might have a different absorbency, but not really. It says you can color it, cleans up with warm water. The last thing I thought about doing was this is that glitter ink. But I don't like it. It's too green. liked it softer, better. This is too dark. Janet, did you go to Hobby Lobby? Let me go ahead and stop this recording.